stream to kind of maybe set the pace for the week. I wonder if other people might enjoy sort of us collectively taking some deep breaths and thinking reflectively, or in a way that starts the whole week off in a positive energy type way. So what I'm going to do is I've got an excerpt. Sorry, you have to follow me here. I've got an excerpt from a Thich Nhat Hanh book that I love. I bought this in Portland, Oregon, which is one of the places I've lived for a very long time in my life. I'm not currently there, but during COVID I drove out there to see friends and make sure the world was still out there, if you can remember that time. And I went into the new Renaissance bookshop on Northwest 23rd and bought this book. And it's just, I don't know, there's maybe I feel like maybe 70 short essays that Thich Nhat Hanh has these little thoughts that are maybe like a page and a half or so. And I want to read one for you today. I thought that might be a good way to start off this week of reflection. It feels like every week I start out and I think I'm ready to go. And then sometimes it feels like a bit of a hamster on a wheel kind of thing, I don't know if anybody else feels that, but I feel good. I'm sleeping well and I'm in good health. But, the world can really challenge you, which isn't always a bad thing. But sometimes it feels a little bit like you're a lone wolf. Well, it feels like that for me anyway. Traveling the world, trying to find your next meal. I don't think wolves would prepare for the future, but as humans, that's what we do. And sometimes that can be, it can be a lot. So I thought, why not start the week off connecting with people? And I'm hoping that people can find use in this. This book is really beautiful. It's got a lot of things to offer, I think, motivation, inspiration-wise, to get you to think in an interesting way. That's what it does for me anyway. So I want to read for you today a chapter called Your True Person. It's just, you can see it's just a page and a half. And welcome. Hola. I was just saying how I wanted to do a live stream to start the week off with anybody who wants to take a deep breath, and we enter a new week, and do it with some reflection and thought and energy. And I'm going to read a quick page and a half of Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Thich Nhat Hanh. I bought this book in Portland, Oregon during COVID when I drove out there. And it could be the angle too, but whatever. It's just a body. We're all in a meat body, and So, hello, Ronaldo. We're going to, I'm going to just read this as a little bit of inspiration, motivation, a little bit of deep breath, and let's see how it goes. Hello, Eduardo. You from Michigan originally, but I've lived everywhere, it seems like. Well, not everywhere, that's impossible, obviously, right? A couple different places, England, things like that. So let me know what you guys think of this. I'm just going to go into it, all right? So whatever you got to do to absorb this, it's Thich Nhat Hanh, and this is called Your True Self, all right? Let's do this. Often we live a life of compromise so that there's a peace in the house. We buy a small piece so that we can get through the day. And if we live like that, then we aren't a great person, but a cracked vase, unable to contain the rice soup. If we want to be a great Dharma instrument, then we have to be determined not to let other people trick us. Master Linji exhorted us to be the masters of our own situation, but that doesn't mean we need to fight and suppress others, but rather we need to be the masters of ourselves. Suppose we have a friend who is quick to anger. We can think there is something wrong with him and try to suppress his anger. We can think that because he's raising his voice, we have to raise ours. Or we can be the master of ourselves in that situation, feeling real compassion for the other person's difficulties. Sometimes it's not a person in the moment, but a person in the past who we think is the master of our situation. We say that we're behaving a certain way because of something our parents or someone else did to us as a child. But each person has their own karma, and each person is the master of their own situation, in the moment, not a slave to others, past or present. The true person doesn't go looking for an outside master. We are in charge of our own destiny, and we have to be responsible for each of our own words, thoughts, and actions. Mindfulness will help. Then we realize, I'm thinking like this, I'm responsible for these thoughts, I've spoken that, I'm responsible for my words, I'm doing this, and I'm responsible for my action. We have to know that each word, each thought, each of our actions carries our signature. We are responsible for it. And that is called being in charge of ourselves. Wherever we stand, wherever we sit, we are the true person. We are masters of ourselves, and wherever we are ourselves. We only need to live these 8 words, and it's enough to make us Master Linji's student, worthy to be his continuation. Wherever we are our true person. Write these words and hang them somewhere to remind yourself. Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a good way to start the week, I think. I hope everybody has a great week. I've got an episode coming up this week. Kind of a weird one, but I read Alchemy by Rory Sutherland. I like that. And I've got favorite quotes by him. He's a British advertising executive and vice chairman of Ogilvy and Mather Group of Companies. He writes for a column in The Spectator. He's written several books, including my favorite, Alchemy, which I just read, and some of my favorite quotes. Let me drop one favorite quote. Does anybody want to hear a favorite quote? A flower is a weed with an advertising budget. Pretty good one. A rational leader suggests changing course to avoid a storm. An irrational one can change the weather. He's really good at, it's marketing, but it's inspiring because he's sort of advocating for illogic. Like, in other words, in physics, the opposite of a good idea can be a bad idea. But in psychology or culture, the opposite of a good idea can be also a good idea, or even a better idea. So that's why I love his thinking, and I wanted to do a video episode later this week on Rory Sutherland. Check him out if you can. I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope this is helpful to you. Maybe let's meet again next Monday, shall we? And I'll pick another excerpt from this book or a different book. Anybody has any suggestions in the comments? I'd love to read something that you find inspiring. So let me know, and I will see you all soon. This week with a new episode, and then next week for this weekly Monday meditation. Or it's not a meditation, but it's like a pause, a repose before we head into the week. Good luck.